wind howled through the desolate landscape as the four of us, Alex, Sarah, Mark, and I, stood at the entrance of Haven Springs Ghost Town. The once thriving town now lay in ruins, its dilapidated buildings shrouded in mystery and an eerie silence that made the hairs on the back of our necks stand on end. We were thrill seekers, drawn to the supernatural and the unknown, and Haven Springs promised a haunting adventure like no other. Armed with cameras, flashlights, and a sense of excitement tinged with trepidation, we stepped into the forgotten town. Broken windows stared back at us like hollow eyes, while whispers of forgotten conversations hung heavy in the air. Shadows danced along the crumbling walls, their movements unsettling and yet strangely captivating. As we ventured deeper into the ghost town, our footsteps echoed through the deserted streets, a haunting reminder of the once vibrant life that had vanished without a trace. We explored one abandoned building after another, our senses heightened by the anticipation of the supernatural. It was in the heart of Haven Springs that we stumbled upon an old saloon, its wooden doors barely clinging to their hinges. The interior was frozen in time, a time-worn bar, dusty tables, and chairs strewn about as if the patrons had vanished mid-drink. The scent of stale whiskey permeated the air, as if the spirits of the past still lingered within its walls. As we made our way through the saloon, a chilling breeze whispered through the room, carrying with it a ghostly voice that sent shivers down our spines. The voice seemed to beckon, its words indistinct but filled with a melancholic longing. Intrigued and lured by the unknown, we followed its ethereal call. The voice led us to the basement of the saloon, a dark and foreboding space that seemed to hold the secrets of the town's tragic past. We descended the creaking stairs, our flashlights casting eerie shadows on the walls. The air grew heavy, thick with a sense of unseen entities surrounding us. In the dim light, we discovered an old wooden table adorned with aged photographs and weathered documents. As we examined the artifacts, a chill swept through the room, causing our breath to hitch in our throats. It was as if the spirits of Haven Springs had awakened, their presence palpable and demanding attention. Suddenly, the temperature dropped drastically, and the room became engulfed in darkness. Panic set in, and we fumbled for our flashlights, desperate for a source of light. But as the beams pierced the blackness, we were greeted by a chilling sight, a flickering candle, illuminating the faces of ghostly apparitions surrounding us. Their eyes glowed with an otherworldly intensity, their faces etched with sorrow and despair. They reached out to us, their spectral forms intertwining with our own, their ethereal touch sending waves of icy dread through our bodies. They were the souls of the forgotten, trapped within the confines of Haven Springs, longing for release from their eternal torment. As the spirits surrounded us, their anguish grew stronger, their presence overwhelming. Whispers filled the air, their words echoing with the pain of their forsaken existence. We tried to retreat, to escape the haunting clutches of Haven Springs, but an invisible force kept us rooted in place. The ghostly apparitions began to speak, their voices merging into a chorus of despair. They recounted tales of greed, betrayal, and a violent end that had befallen the once thriving town. Their words reverberated through our minds, their emotions seeping into our very souls. Time lost its meaning as we stood trapped in that spectral realm. The boundaries between the living and the dead blurred, and our sanity began to fray at the edges. Visions of the past consumed our thoughts, horrific scenes of violence and suffering replayed in a maddening loop. We felt ourselves losing touch with reality, our own identities fading away into the darkness. The spirits whispered their demands, their voices mingling with our own thoughts. They sought justice, revenge, and an end to their eternal torment, and they chose us as their instruments. Driven by a mix of fear and a twisted sense of duty, we set out to unravel the truth behind the town's tragic demise. Clutching the artifacts we had discovered, we pieced together the puzzle of Haven Springs, a tale of greed, corruption, and a massacre that stained the town's history. With newfound purpose, we confronted the lingering darkness that had consumed Haven Springs. We conducted rituals and ceremonies invoking ancient incantations in an attempt to bring peace to the restless souls. Each step was laden with danger as the spirits fought back, their anger and despair manifesting as poltergeist activity and bone-chilling apparitions. But we pressed on, determined to honor the spirits' plea for redemption. We uncovered evidence of the wrongdoings that had led to Haven Springs' downfall, and we vowed to expose the truth to the world. It was a race against time, as the spirits grew increasingly agitated, their grip on our sanity slipping away. With the final piece of evidence in hand, we ventured back into the basement of the saloon, the very heart of Haven Springs' haunting presence. We placed the artifacts in their rightful places, a symbolic act that represented the reconciliation of past and present. As we stood in that dimly lit chamber, a brilliant light erupted, blinding us momentarily. The spirits let out a collective cry, a mixture of anguish and relief. Their ethereal forms dissolved into the light, rising towards the heavens, finally freed from the chains that had bound them for so long. We emerged from Haven Springs as changed individuals, scarred by the horrors we had witnessed and the sacrifices we had made. The town remained silent and empty, but the echoes of the forgotten reverberated within us, a constant reminder of the darkness that lurks beneath the surface of the mundane. To this day, we carry the burden of Haven Springs' secrets, forever haunted by the ethereal presence that once surrounded us. It serves as a reminder that even in the pursuit of the supernatural, one must tread carefully, for the past has a way of gripping the present, and the line between curiosity and madness is perilously thin.